A warning from Tigray President Tadesse Werede. Werede was addressing a gathering in Mekelle, and addressing the gathering, he raised alarm about some plans being made behind the back of Tigray government. What did he mean? Secondly, Amhara diaspora advocacy organizations are seeing serious threats. An organization issued a statement yesterday reiterating its position that another organization was using its name, its logo. It announced to cut off all links with the other Amhara diaspora organization. Let's start from Tigray, viewers. A few days ago, I did some videos. I reported that some progress is being made towards the return of IDPs. IDPs from Humera Volkai, Sagede, Western Tigray, tens of thousands are still at IDP camps. Tigray interim government, Tigray military, TPLF, they have been demanding the return of IDPs. They've been accusing the federal government and Amhara side of obstructing the return of IDPs. But I reported recently that some progress was being made. UNOCHA, in coordination with some NGOs, had started the process of registration of IDPs. And then we saw a statement from the TPLF. Tigray People Mission Fund issued a statement which basically laid out preconditions for the return of IDPs. The preconditions included withdrawal of all non-ENDF forces from Western Tigray, dismantlement of Shatadamleo, Kalandamak Zadu-led government there, and withdrawal of over 100,000 Amhara settlers from Western Tigray who were allegedly settled in the disputed territory in recent years. These three demands were made by the TPLF. Getachew, we know, has been working behind the scenes for the start of return of IDPs. He visited Humera once. He and Erika Kabbe, the Amhara president, were seen in Humera. After that, some work was underway to start the process of return of IDPs. But General Tadesse Werede, Tigray president, raised serious questions yesterday addressing a gathering. Serious questions about the return of IDPs. Return of IDPs, it seems now, is not just return of IDPs. It's a very complex issue, a constitutional, political, security issue. What did Werede say? Werede was addressing a gathering in Mekelle where a Shinda festival is being celebrated by Tigray's women and girls. And in connection with the Shinda festival, he delivered a speech in Mekelle. What did he say? Firstly, he said, plans are being made behind our back for the return of IDPs. Unilateral plans are being made by some of our brothers. Who is making these plans? Obviously, he, I think, was talking about Getachew and federal government. That Getachew and federal government, they are making plans. Tigray government is not on board. International NGOs, UNOCHA are on board, but but Tigray government is not on board. TPLF not on board. Plans being made. Firstly, Tadesse Werede confirmed. Secondly, said such plans won't achieve desired results. Rather, the region could relapse into another conflict. Without addressing constitutional issues, return of IDPs unilateral return of IDPs will be devastating. So it means where they clearly announced yesterday that no IDPs will return until Tigray interim government is taken on board, until issues like the status of Amhara Volkai Sagede is solved, until TPLF status is restored. Did not say that TPLF status is a prerequisite, restoration of it is a prerequisite, but this is what TPLF wants. And since he was appointed as the president nominated by TPLF, so he is serving TPLF's interests. TPLF's demands, which TPLF made in a statement last week, are being backed by Tadesse Werede, Tigray president. And secondly, Tadesse Werede and TPLF, they don't want Getachew to take credit for the return of IDPs. They don't want Getachew to have any political foothold in Tigray. So they won't allow Getachew to take the credit, and they won't allow IDPs to return to their homes if they're not taken on board. This is the situation. Return of IDPs is turning into a complex issue. It is a political issue too. It's a constitutional issue. It's a security issue as well. All parties will have to be taken on board. I think without that, it won't be possible. And secondly, the status of Volkat Mara Sagede and the restoration of TPLF status. These are two very important issues linked to return of IDPs. At least TPLF and Tigray military are linking these two issues to the return of IDPs. So, issue turning into very complicated one. Second word is Amhara organizations based in diaspora, which has been advocating for Amhara rights, are faced with the worst internal divisions. One well-known Amhara diaspora advocacy organization is Amhara Association of America, AAA. AAA has been very active. Theodore Sterfe has been leading it during Tigray War too. He used to appear on Al Jazeera. After Fano fighters took up arms against the government in 2023, several Amhara diaspora organizations cropped up and differences started emerging. And one of the reasons behind these differences is money, funds being raised, but funds not reaching the Fano groups in the Amhara. Amhara Association of Los Angeles issued a statement yesterday. Amhara Association of Los Angeles says it has severed all contacts with Amhara Association of America. Amhara Association of Los Angeles has no contact, no affiliation, no coordination with AAA. AAA should not use the logo, the name of Amhara Association of Los Angeles. What happened? Why did the two Amhara organizations split? Well, the Amhara organization of Los Angeles had disagreements with AAA about AAA's engagements with TPLF, with OLA, with other ethnic groups, diaspora organizations. That is why Los Angeles Amhara organizations cut off ties with AAA. Same could happen, by the way, in the Amhara region of Ethiopia too. I mean, if one Fano group starts having public contacts with TPLF or with OLA, there could be several Fano commanders opposing such contacts. It's not easy, by the way, to create a consensus in Amhara community about formation of an alliance with TPLF or with OLA. But internal divisions are one of the main challenges being faced by Amhara diaspora groups and Amhara groups, fighters groups in Amhara region. This obstacle has been keeping the pace of the progress of Amhara groups very slow. Amhara organizations in Amhara region, fighters organizations, they have also been facing such issues for the last 2 years, I would say, and still issues ongoing. Thank you for watching.